I'm Diane Yellowlight, a certified psychic. Tonight I'm going to talk about the balance between the polarities of negativity and positivity. This year we are in a creative cycle of number 6, which means creativity, beginnings, newness, earth changes, people changes, soulful changes, and so forth. This is the time for fruition of any of the thoughts, or positive or negative thoughts that you are having within your own psyche, within yourself. It is important at this time frame to find that balance on the teeter-totter of life. If you're too high or too low, you're going to be out of balance in any aspect of your life at this time frame. From work, creativity, relationships, personal feelings, emotional feelings, physical, and so forth. This is a time of healing. This is a time of developing. This is a time of creativity. This is your last hurrah, in a sense, to redesign and recreate your life the way you want it to be. It's very simple to do if you know what you want and you can focus and commit and stay committed and focused throughout your process of where you're going to go. It's not a matter about time. It's a matter about getting started, having the hope, having the faith, having the knowledge, having all the tools that you need in order to move yourself into an advancement, into the next generation of stages of growth and new beginnings. 2013 is going to be a great year for those that are awake and aware and living in reality, that are not in denial, and that are not living in falsehood of false concepts that they have either been given or they've created within themselves. This is also the time that the family unit and the family unity of families will start to begin to come back together. We are coming into the less time of judgment. We still got a long ways to go in a lot of situations to climb out of the hole that we have dug ourselves, because we as each individual soul is responsible for a lot of things that have happened in this earth. We are not a victim of circumstances. We may have been led the wrong way, but we also have had the ability and the knowledge and the truth to be able to set ourselves free and to take charge of our lives. As a group consciousness, we have failed ourselves, so we have let the consciousness of a small amount of those large, grand, egotistical people to rule and control us. We do have a situation that is clearing itself out, and within time, all those old souls or egotistical souls that do not come to humbleness will no longer be able to govern us in any way, shape, or form. It is the time and the end of abusive, love-hate relationships, abusive, controlling, manipulating work situations, and also the usage of wrong attitude in general among people. Life is good for a lot of people. We're not rich. We're over financially put to the point of the maximum. But remember, when all those credit cards coming into your pocket and you knew that you were paying out more than you were going to be able to pay, it's your responsibility that you've got debts the way they do. It's not your fault that the cost of everything is higher than the wages. That's something that has to be worked out and will be worked out within time. The most important thing is that every soul becomes conscious of where they are, or where they want to go, or what they have to recreate, and start living life to the fullest. Not the wannabes, or not the shoulds, or the coulds, or the woulds, or it'll never happen, or, whatever I'm thinking is really what I become. This is the truth. If you think negative, you are negative. If you feel negative, you become negative. If you are hurt, you feel hurt. And really, it is a time frame, and this is no easy task to do. It's very difficult to master this, but actually, if you always react and feel offended by anybody in your life, you're going to feel offended for the rest of your life. And when we feel offended in any way, shape, or form, we're going to feel hurt, we're going to feel anger, we're going to feel pain, we're going to feel justification, we're going to feel wrong, we're going to feel all the negative aspects that take away the positive that's in our life, so that we can develop and go into the right direction of positive thinking. This is free choice of will. No one's going to take your hand and drag you up there to say, wake up, do your things, create your life, start living in the possibilities of your future. What do you want down at the end of the road in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? one thing about going with the flow, and there's another thing about waiting and not doing anything about it. It's again called balance. Balance in all aspects of life is the key that is going to get you out of anything in your life situations that is causing any kind of pain, suffering, loss, frustration, hurt, sorrow, and so forth. We will all begin to heal because that is the destiny that we've just made a shift to in our spiritual realm. Now the conscious mind, now the free choice of will, now the knowledge, now the ability to stay focused and committed to what you decide to do. And this year I hope each and every one of you take at least one aspect in your life and stick to it and follow it to its fruition. You will be impressed with all the things that will be rewarded to you when the time is right. Another thing about time, there is really no measurement of time. We always think when. It will happen when everything in its path is in perspective to the highest good of each observer of where they're going and what they need to do. When that's in balance, then fruition comes, just like on a tree. It will go through its growth, it will go through its flowers, it goes through its bloom, it goes through its fruitation, it goes through the time when it's ripe, it goes through the time when it falls to the ground ready to be eaten and enjoyed. Well, it's the same thing with our life. Everything falls in place in steps. So those of you that can gain the patience and the understanding to knowing that, it's going to happen in due time, you won't have the stress of wondering if it's going to happen, and that creates mistrust. And when you have mistrust, and of course you can't stay focused and committed for very long, you're going to lose your perspective of where you're going, what you're doing, how you're going to get there, and all the solutions that come along with it. I know each and every one of you can go above and beyond your circumstances if you choose to do so. This is the time to take this gift of the fruit of knowledge and the spiritual realm and the inner emotional balance and the opening of the telepathy powers within each individual and start to fly to the corners of the world and in your mind and your soul and achieve your adventure on this earth that you want to do. Nothing is out of reach. I don't care what the finances are. I don't care what the government does. I don't care what the world is doing. I don't care what is happening. What is happening is the fact that you still have free choice of will to make the changes in your life necessary to recreate and redefine the definition of the true essence of who you really are. So again, I encourage each and every one of you to go above and beyond your circumstances. And I know that you can, and you will find the power within yourself to do so. Take action today, focus and commit, and you'll really love the rewards that it will reap down the road for you. So until next time, I send you love, light, and light, and I'll be talking with you soon. Bye.